Most of us believe that the predictor of our success or failure in a crucial conversation is the riskiness of the topic. We think, oh, this is something I just could never say to the boss. Or no, I could never say this to my significant other. We think that the topic itself is the best predictor. It is not. We've watched shockingly difficult conversations go remarkably well, where
Hmm.
the topic was incompetence or dishonesty or theft or you name it. People have been able to confront these really challenging issues and have the conversation go remarkably well. We also watch, and all of us have had the same experience, arguments break out between loved ones over the smallest, pettiest thing. Which way does the toilet paper roll? Should it go over the top? Should it swoop underneath? And you can end up in a cold war for weeks with somebody over some petty, tiny little squabble. And so, what we've had to acknowledge time and time again is the predictor is not the topic. The
Hmm.
predictor is how safe people feel discussing the topic. And so,
Hmm.
the most important skill you can acquire in holding crucial conversations is learning to create psychological safety. My kids sat down and had an intervention with me once years ago. So, this was at a time when I was traveling a lot. I'd be gone from Monday to Friday. My wife was the primary caretaker with the children when I was gone. And so I'd come back, and really it was disruptive when I returned home because they got used to one set of rules, and now dad comes home and he has this whole different idea about how things should work.
Right.
And it was frustrating week after week after week for them. They finally sat down with me and they began the conversation this way. They said, Dad, we don't like it when you come home. That hurt. I was aching and I wanted
Wow.
to defend myself and I wanted to tell them what a good provider I was and how hard I was working. And darn it, all of this is for you. And I was feeling defensive. And
Right.
then my oldest daughter said, Dad, we want to like it when you come home. We want to be happy when you come home. We want a great relationship with you. And I felt all of the defensiveness just melt out of me.
Hmm.
Just magically, all of a sudden, I was open and now I was curious and now I wanted to understand. And so, those two different startings of the conversation illustrate what we're trying to do here. There are two conditions you have to create to help somebody feel psychologically safe. The first is you have to create a condition called mutual purpose. People need to know that you care about what they care about, that you care about their problems, their interests, their concerns almost as much as they do. And that's what my daughter did in that moment. She said, Dad, we want you. We want you to come home. We want to be happy when you arrive. We want a great relationship with you. I wanted that. And so when she said that, I felt like we had a mutual purpose.
Right.
And now I can be open to what she might have to share, which was not easy to hear. It required a lot of change on my part, but she created this mutual purpose. The second thing you've got to do, and listen, listeners here, to how I'm saying this. These aren't tricks or techniques. There's no gimmick to this. The first thing you've got to do is persuade the other person that you care about their problems, interests, and concerns. The second thing you've got to do is persuade them that you care about them.
Hmm.
Now, this becomes tough if you're running a narrative that makes them out to be a villain. So, if you don't care about them and you just want to hurt them, don't expect a good conversation. You've got to get to the point, not where you're going to tolerate their bad behavior, but where at least you can see them as a human being that's worthy of civility and respect. And then when you can communicate that, when they can see that, what happens is they do this. They go, and now they start to listen. And even if the conversation might be difficult, even if there are places we disagree, you will be heard. And that's the goal of a crucial conversation. So that's the concept. Safety is the predictor of your success or failure. And the most important skill set we acquire is the capacity to create that kind of psychological safety.